Hi, stepping out into my backyard because this is where I started 3 weeks ago. I began to participate in something called How to Start a Movement, and it was a very surprising experience for me because I didn't know exactly what I was going to learn about and what we were going to be asked to do. But basically, this is run by somebody named Muriel Smith. She is an artist and she's been working for several years bringing people together to learn how to interact with and be and do something very significant in and around nature and the environment. So what attracted me to it was that it was going to be something that in the end was going to also be communal in nature, and I thought that was really important for me to do. So one of the first things that we had to do was actually adopt a tree. We could do it anywhere we wanted to. I ended up doing it somewhere very close to home, which was my backyard, and I adopted my pear tree, mainly because I felt that I didn't have a good relationship with it, because for a while there were some birds called koolmeisjes in Dutch that come and actually eat your pears, but they don't eat the full pear, they just eat part of the pear. And that kind of led me to not having a positive experience with this tree. And in many ways, I think I wasn't treating this tree as well as I was treating, for example, these other trees that I have in the backyard. So I decided to reinvigorate my relationship using the different exercises that we had to do with this tree during the 3-week period. But that was just one of the very small things that we had to do. We also were asked to do some other things. And when I say had to do, I don't want you to feel like I was forced to do this. No, these were choices that you could make, but they were suggestions for ways for you to get along with nature and to have a different relationship with nature and to start thinking about how you can move things in regard to the environment. So another thing that we had to do or could do was go on a 2-hour walk, and you were to do that in nature, undisturbed by other things. So you didn't bring your phone except to listen to and look up the QR codes where it gave you more information about what you could be doing. And then another thing that I think was very interesting is that you could reach out to other people who were also taking part by writing a physical letter. And I found that to be really, really important as part of something that I did. And it also sort of connects you with other people that are involved, and you also could get a letter from them back. So these are sort of things that you did during this period. And then today was the closing moment where the people that you had only seen one time on the first webinar where we got the introduction to it would now come together physically in the library in downtown The Hague. In there we would have some activities over a period of 3 hours, and at the end of that period we would also have a zine that we would that will be published and sent to us in not too many days in the future. I found that whole time being with people and making that connection to be inspiring, but also I thought I learned a lot more even from that moment than I had learned along the way in the 3 weeks. So that was also an important moment. And it kind of brings me to a little preview of something that's coming up for me, which is that I have also been or had been invited to write a letter to the earth. And this was by an artist named Katarina Sidorova, and she had invited me and many other people. I wasn't the only one there, and we all have written now something to earth, and it has been has been basically brought to publication, and very soon that publication will come out and I'll be able to share it with you. But the exciting thing that she did there is she asked us to bring seeds that we thought were important to us, and also she asked us to bring the earth that we thought was important to us, so soil, and she used it as part of this exhibition. I will not say exactly what it looks like, but I will be soon able to say that. And it's a very interesting way of using the soil. So I think it's going to be very interesting to talk about this once the final product is there. And it also circles back into what we had to do here, because another thing that we did was we planted anywhere we wanted to. You could go in different places. It didn't have to all be the same, but you planted some seeds, and then you are going to follow those seeds for a year and see what happens with them. So that was also something that allows you to do work even beyond what you've already done as part of this experience.